Stand firm. If we go to 1 Peter chapter 5, Peter is talking to two different groups of people, the elders and the youth. And to the elders he writes that there are certain things that he's asking of them. The first being to care for the flock. But then he's saying to guard willingly the flock, not grudgingly. And lastly, to the elders he says, lead by example, not by lordship, not by dictatorship, but lead by example. But then to the youth, he also mentions a few things. And the first one is accept the leadership of the older generation. And then he says to them, be humble. Now, I've been a youth. Maybe you've been a youth. Maybe you are a youth. But isn't it true that we walk around sometimes as youth thinking we know everything, right? But here is Peter, and he's saying, look, youth, I'm telling you, there's wisdom in the aged people. Please take their advice. Please listen to them. Be humble when you're talking to them. But then Peter gives some details that follow that I think are good for any age, no matter what age we're at. And the first would be humble yourselves under God's authority. It's not right for us to be pompous and proud. Humble ourselves, because then God will lift us up. And then he also talks about giving your worries and your cares to God. God is in control. He can make things happen. There's that old song, God will make a way when there seems to be no way. We don't have to worry about these things because God will take care of these things. And then he says, watch out for the devil. He's going to walk around like a lion. He's going to seek who he should devour. But notice it says that it's like a lion. It doesn't say that he is a lion. So therefore, we really have nothing to fear unless we give in to this false lion aspect, right? But here's the main point that I want us to take away from chapter 5 of 1 Peter. Stand firm in the faith. Peter is telling us to stand firm in the faith. What exactly does that mean? What does it mean to stand firm? To be honest, in the Greek, this is where we get the word antihistamine. And if you think about how the antihistamine works, it is blocking, it is protecting, it is shoving away the bacteria, the diseases that would come. It is standing resistant. It is standing sure-footed. It is standing in this solid foundational foot planting. And we are being told by Peter to do the same when it comes to our faith, not to just give in to anything that comes around, but to stand firm in our faith. And let me just say that the challenge here is, how are you standing? Do you stand firm in the faith? Or are you one that kind of wavers as the wind blows? Peter is telling us to stand firm. And in order to stand firm, we have to know what we are standing for. What are you solid in? What are you standing in? What is your antihistamine when the enemy comes? Are you standing firm? That's your challenge for today.